Today was full of surprises. By that I mean yesterday was, because not only did we get a few trailer releases, we also got, well, something that's obviously I'm very excited for now. Even though I've seen the teaser a few times, because honestly, I thought, why not share it to the rest of y'all? Although I will mention, because so far the movie has not yet been rated, but since considering there are a few curse words in here, I'm bound to place that this is going to be at least a PG-13, or if not a rated R. So, but since not yet, it hasn't been confirmed with a rating, so I'm going to lean into the PG-13 vibe, because I have a belief that that's what it's going to be. Considering the nature of the Naked Gun films are technically more like that. So if you're not alright with cursing or any amount of violence, or not above the age of and not 13 and above, then I heavily suggest you click off this video. Anyways, so first of all, just to get this out of the way, all of the copyright belongs to Paramount Pictures and to Fuzzy Door Studios. With that out of the way, we have some comedy to watch.
Multiple SWAT units responding to hostage situation.
Hey, little girl, stop! What do you want, little one? Your ass.
That's the sound of the police!
Yeah. Damn. They don't. Damn. Liam Neeson is the master of disguise. No wonder he has a particular set of skills. Now I have seen Taken. And also Qui-Gon. Damn. You went from Star Wars to Naked Gun. Dude, I have to say, congrats. Although I love the prequel trilogy, you were one of my favorite characters in it. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. But another thing I want to bring back just for a sec, because I really love this transition. Because you can kind of see it happening like right there. It's a fun little editing trick, but damn, it's effective. Sorry about this. I know people hate when I pause and go back, but then again, this is my channel, so.
Your ass.
That's the sound of the police! That's the sound of the beast!
Oh, wait, hold on. Seth is producing this? Wait, give me a sec. Sorry, but. Oh, alright. So, yep. Alright, we're in for a treat. Because, for those that don't know, when Seth MacFarlane also, well, he is more known for Family Guy and American Dad, but when he sets his heart out to kind of recreate something that he loves in death, he's able to do it. Like, Orville is a pretty good example of that. Not to mention, he made pretty good amounts of comedy with the two Ted films in the Ted series. But yeah, no, we are in good hands, so we shouldn't have to worry about Hollywood. Well, for the past 10 years or so, or a little bit more, has been messing with this, but it's nice to finally get a full-on comedy back. Damn. So, how did you arrive to the gates of hell? Well, I was killed by a lollipop. thrown by a man in a schoolgirl outfit. That's going to be one hell of a story to tell.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin, Police Squad. The new version.
As much as I hate to keep this pause on this, I have to say, it's perfect casting, since for those that don't know, since Wesley Nielsen, the original Frank Drebin, although known later for appearing in comedies such as Airplane, Scary Movie, and of course the Naked Gun series in the Police Academy's Police Squad. Oh no, I'm forgetting the name, but it was a hilarious series, and not to mention, but before he did Airplane and comedies, he was actually quite a serious actor that was taken extremely seriously, kind of like Liam Neeson. However, it's kind of ironic now to have Liam Neeson kind of go from his serious side into his funny side by still being a serious actor. Regardless, we're in good hands, and also, I will say this, not to mention Qui-Gon, my buddy, since I know you're Irish, the kilt fits. But, well, we're at Sony a little, but I won't blame you. Show off your proud heritage of Celtic. Celtic or Celtic? Curse my American brain because of the Boston Celtics. Damn, I don't know how to pronounce it because of the different ways due to America, so damn it. But you guys know what I mean.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you. Hey, Dad. What?
Aww. It's all a tribute, but give me a sec. Hold on. I want to see what it says here.
Hey, Dad.
Oh no, that was back. Aw, tribute to Wesley Nielsen, all-time bad guy catcher. For those that don't know, Wesley Nielsen did die like roughly nearly 20 years ago, or something like that. I know he died like in the late 2000s, but yeah, no, it's touching that they're honoring most of the cast.
Love you. Hey, Dad.
There's a reason why I say most.
Why do I miss you?
Yep. This is the reason why I said most of the cast. Because for those that don't know, O.J. Simpson, before his large trial, before it was revealed that, I know some people don't think he did it, but let's face it, all evidence points to that he did. He was actually branching out and starred in the Naked Gun trilogy as Norberg, who was the sidekick and secondary character. I wouldn't say secondary protagonist, but he was one of the main side characters. And oh boy, he was funny in that. Although I will say, yeah, his legacy on this film has been for the Naked Gun trilogy has been tarnished, like everything in his career, due to, well, murdering his wife. But at least OJ can rest in peace knowing his wife's killer is finally dead. Had to beat the comments to say that, but let's see. Anyone honoring Norberg? Two jokes in one, I see. First one's OJ. Second one is the fact that just because someone is dead, you don't have to miss them like being grieving like this. Although it's touching for this, you don't have to constantly grieve. Although is kind of one of those things where I think that they'll do this in a weird, touching way, but since they do unknowingly nod to it to the audience, this is more of a fourth wall joke with the OJ joke, which is also a fourth wall joke. Damn, why did I say two jokes in one then if it's all just a fourth wall joke? Too early in the morning for me to be doing reactions fully at this point. I'm sorry, guys. I am just out of it. Yeah, we get. Alright, so it should be out for summer before I get to go back to college. For those that are wondering, I'm still in college. Anyways, so let's see. Yep, once again, all the copyright belongs to Paramount Pictures and to Fuzzy Door Studios. But regardless, I think we're going to be having a fun time with comedies again. It's been a while, but how long has it been since we've seen an actual comedy back in theaters that, isn't purely like something else? Like, I mean, granted, and they could, and I'm glad that they're not remaking it, more or less trying to continue it with the story of all of the cast having their children, well, quote-unquote children, being the stars. The reason why I say quote-unquote children is because they're not the actual original cast children that, has done that, but you know what I mean. It means, like, from the original characters and having their characters' children be the main characters of this film actually works quite well. And plus, can't wait to see it. Probably will see it with my dad, and of course, my fellow boys, because if there's anything me and the boys like doing, it's watching fun, bad movies. And plus, I think we're in good hands for having this being quite good. Anyways, other besides that, I will say that overall, I'm excited for this movie, and to be honest, I would have reacted to it last night, but I was dealing with a massive headache, and plus took me forever to realize that all I needed to do was take Tylenol to get rid of the seasonal headache, because honestly, I was a bit too confused last night, so I just was constantly drinking lots of chicken noodle soup and orange juice. So, yeah. After I tried some pretty good food at the other side of college campus. So, I mean, that was fun. But anyways, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. As I mentioned, it's too early in the morning for me to do this. So anyways, I'll see y'all later. Yeah. Oh yeah, original video will be found in the description down below. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Goodbye.